Up my ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Hope everybody's weekend is going well. I have a day off. It's actually beautiful now. Half an hour ago, it was dark and cloudy with the most magnificent rainbow. In fact, if you follow me on TikTok, the Hermit's Cave, then you will have seen I did a short TikTok and I posted to my personal Facebook as well. If I remember, I'll try and insert a photograph here of it. But now, talk about sunshine after the rain. It's blue sky and sunny. So anyway, I digress. It's Sunday morning. Thank you to everybody that came to Spotlight last night. Wow, that was a tarathon in itself, wasn't it? It was the longest one we've done. We had 14 decks to look at, some fantastic ones, and I'm eager to get started on showing them. However, this is a deck that came in a few days ago, and I just haven't had chance yet to show it. And it's from the fabulous Mykola from Ukraine, who is behind Pentagram Publishing. Now, I've shown a number of their decks over the years. One of my favourites and most recent is the rediscovered classic tarot, which is RWS illustrations done with a ballpoint pen, just a few colours. And the end result is striking. The same artist did Bloody Tears, Fantasy Garden and City Labyrinth. This is a different artist. And as you'll have seen from the title, this is Burton's Wonderland Tarot. And I think it incorporates, obviously, Alice in Wonderland, I believe, for the majors. And then there's other Burton inspired by the films, artwork inspired by the films. Now, they do put an important note out there, which says the deck is a tribute and a fan art project. And Pentagram Publishing explicitly disclaims any official affiliation with Tim Burton, his studios, or rights holders. So it is a fan art project. I mean, it's done in the same style, and they have these lovely two-part boxes. Really nice. So we create tarot and oracles, Pentagram Shop. So that's their card if you wanted to pause and scan the QR code to take you to the shop. I will put a link in the description anyway. Let's remove this plastic from it. I believe it was a Kickstarter. I think Cheryl mentioned last night when we were talking after the live stream that yes, she said it was a Kickstarter because she was always amazed how quickly they're able to get these out after a Kickstarter campaign. And so, I mean, it's beautiful. I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit already because I want you to see the loveliness of this two-part box. Note to self, I must remember to edit because I thought I'd press the off button then. And you'll have heard me slurping on my mint mocha, which I picked up this morning and said, oh, that's lovely. And then farting around with the camera. Luckily, I noticed, because what I could have done then is pressed it thinking I'm recording and actually turn it off and miss the whole thing, which I've done before. I might even put a blooper in at the end. Yeah, so as you can see, this box is gorgeous. Look, it's got the embossed here in metallic. It's raised, it's gloss on a matte background. The colours are deep and rich. It's really, really nice. And it says Burton's Tarot, Burton's Wonderland Tarot on all four sides. And then on the back, it says the artist is a devoted fan of Tim Burton's films and watches them repeatedly. This deep appreciation became the wellspring of inspiration for creating the deck. As is often said, fan-made art is a genre of its own, a heartfelt and creative interpretation born from admiration. The characters in this deck are not intended to be exact representations of those from Tim Burton's original films. Instead, the deck captures the atmosphere, colour palette and subtle references to familiar storylines. The main character of the major arcana is Alice from the iconic Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, and it's 2025. And yeah, there's lots of fan-based art, and I've seen it in tarot over the years that isn't I mean, Alice in Wonderland, how many decks and tarot decks and oracle decks are there? And they're not a direct image from the film. It's inspired by the stories, and it's the fans' own art creations along those lines. Okay, so as I mentioned, it's Pentagram Publishing, released in 2025. Their boxes are really sturdy. If you feel this, it's almost like a wooden box. It's beautiful. Here we've got a little booklet. It's quite a decent size. It's 59, 62, 63 pages. Oh, it's in multiple languages, because obviously this is from Ukraine. But we've got enough here to go on. I mean, it doesn't tell you, like for the courts, the minors. I mean, I know that pentacles are based around Sleepy Hollow. Wands is Sweeney Todd, I believe. Cups are Nightmare Before Christmas, and swords are Edward Scissorhands. But I thought it might have. So if we're in the wands here, I thought it might have depicted the scene about Sweeney Todd. Well, it's giving you a pretty basic divinatory meaning for each card. I wonder if it tells you in the beginning here. The characters in the deck are not intended to be exact replica. Yeah, the main character, I think it's pretty much what's on the back. And then we just go into the book. Okay, wow. So these are the backs. It's interesting. It's crying out to be edged in red, isn't it? I'm going through a phase at the moment of edging decks, particularly on a Sunday. I find it very relaxing and quite therapeutic. There was a deck that I looked at last night. It might have been Witchy Cat, Dame Darcy's Witchy Cat, and I thought, yeah, that needs to be edged in black. But anyway, Pentagram Publishing, there's their card again. There's a kind of title card. I mean, the artwork is beautiful, isn't it? It's very vibrant and rich. Don't know if there's an extra card at the back to protect. So we've got a card to protect the front and back of the deck. Excuse me. And then we finish with the usual cards. So these are the 78 cards. The artist or the illustrator is Haly D. Haly is a Ukrainian artist. I believe that the suits are the traditional wands, swords, cups and pentacles. Yes, there's no changes there. I don't know if there'll be any changes to any other of the card titles. It doesn't look to be the major, the corpse, page, knight, queen. Yeah, I think it's very traditional. I like that. It's a nice thick deck. The cardstock is really good. It is a glossy cardstock, but for the richness and vibrancy of these colours, I think that actually suits it quite well. I think they're standard tarot size. More or less get a feel of it now. They're a little bit short, a little bit narrower, a smidgen shorter, but a little bit narrower. So probably a low scarabeo size, maybe. All right, so you can see it's a borderless design as well. We've just a panel at the bottom, and that really, you know, enhances the artwork, doesn't it? Okay, so we have our fall here. Remember, Alice in Wonderland is the theme for the major arcana. Oh, look at that. And it's very much an RWS inspired deck as well. I like this art style. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Dame Darcy. Oh, the Lovers is lovely. Got the Mad Hatter there, look, with Alice. Look at the angel in the distance. I mean, the artwork for me feels quite gothic, but again, I suppose if it's a fan deck of Tim Burton, then that's to be expected. But not just gothic, it's quite whimsical as well. It's got a slightly dark vibe to it. I think it's perfect for readers who enjoy atmospheric decks. Look at this death card, isn't that great? Angels weep. That devil card is great as well. I mean, even though it's got characters in, like the Mad Hatter and Alice appears through it, it's pretty much an RWS deck as well. I think even if you didn't know much about Tim Burton's work, you could still perhaps appreciate this deck just as a straight up tarot deck. Oh, the moon is brilliant. I love the moon card. Look at that. Two sides. All right, so that's our majors. So the wands are based around Sweeney Todd. I've never seen that film, I have to confess. But again, do you need to? I suppose you would. I believe this is quite a limited availability as well. With it being an indie deck, it would be, but I think one of the main reasons why people seem to enjoy independently produced decks is because of that small press charm, that limited availability, which has a collectible appeal, doesn't it? And on to our swords. I do love the colours. They're really, I mean, you could look at this and think oversaturated, but there's something about that I like. I like these saturated colours. They're very vibrant and bold. So swords is Edward Scissorhands, I believe. Or at least inspired by. Can't really make out what that is. Oh, it's a road, there's a person there, okay. I'm not sure why that would be Edward Scissorhands. I haven't seen any blades on the fingers or anything. So maybe it's not. Who is that? see if the book pays reference. It just mentions the main character. The major arcana is Alice from the iconic Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. The minor arcana captures the mood and atmosphere of other classic and well-known works by Tim Burton. Okay, I'm sure on their website though it mentioned one Sweeney Todd, Pentacles, Sleepy Hollow, etc. But I mean, this certainly looks like Edward Scissorhands, doesn't it? Where he's up in his tower, yeah, and that looks like blades on his fingers. And that broken window. I mean, it's my all-time favourite gothic film, or all-time favourite Tim Burton film, certainly, is Edward Scissorhands. I love the soundtrack. The score is brilliant. I often listen to that going to sleep. I believe Cups is Nightmare Before Christmas. Certainly inspired by, isn't it? But I do like the fact that they're not replicating the films. Exactly. Very iconic image. This is brilliant. And then our Pentacles is Sleepy Hollow. What an amazing image. Wow, I'm really impressed. I mean, Pentagram Publishing decks seem to get better and better. I really like this. It's good quality, lovely artwork, very original and yet inspired. I think this would be great for creative, intuitive, as well as introspective and shadow work readings. Yeah, and as I said, the gothic artwork combined with that whimsy and slightly dark and atmospheric just makes it a brilliant standout deck. So let me know your thoughts. Did you back it? Do you have it? Has it arrived? How are you working with it? So this is Burton's Wonderland Tarot. Available from Pentagram Publishing. The link will be in the description below. Do let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be. Okay, so this two-part box. Oh.